Are women really superficial in dating and relationship? Hi guys, my name is Apollonia Ponti. I'm your dating, relationship, and life coach. And I am your coach, men, to help you not only master your attraction skills when dating and in relationship, but also attract that ideal life that you want. And in this video, I'm going to keep it real with you. Remember, women, W-O-M-E-N is plural. And I'm going to be honest with you, there are women out there that are superficial. But not all women are superficial. So in this video, I'm going to give you signs to watch out for and why some women are superficial and the signs to watch out for as well, but also to really get you to inquire, what is your definition about superficial and how are we possibly making this work against us in our dating lives, right? So that is really important because also after coaching thousands and thousands of men in my community, I've also known that this has been a serious topic. And also as a woman myself, I know how women are when it comes to superficial needs in a relationship. And that comes from, what do we got to say? Money. I know amounts of you think about how your money plays a big part in attraction with women, which is very common. And it is okay for a man to think like this because as society has also showed us is we need stability in ourselves, but we also need stability in our relationship, right? And so many times in our society, we're thinking that a man must provide, which I do believe till to this day, some of my belief systems are still there, that a man should be able to provide for himself. And if he's able to provide for himself, he'll be able to provide for his future because you also have to work for something, which is a family. Now, here's where we go into this new modern world, right? Where women can also provide as well. So there's also a difference of everything and everyone. Every relationship is different. Every person is different. It's about establishing what it is that you want and what the woman wants. There's some women out there still to this day that want to be a stay-at-home mom and really just cultivate a great family at home and raise the children where the man goes to work. But then there's also women that want to be very independent as much as you do too, and make money and be a provider and be someone that can contribute to the household at the same time with you and be in this partnership where it's a union of we both work and we'll create a family, but maybe we need other people to help us as well. And then there's another side of this too, where men can actually now stay home and the woman provides. There's so much that is going on. And I feel like there is a really big confusion, which I get why there is because things are changing, things are evolving. And it's not about what's right and what's wrong. It's about what is it that you need. And also to understand the, toxicness of something and the healthiness of something. And the healthiness comes from knowing who you are as a person and not placing blame on a woman or a man. So now that I've gotten into this, I think the toxic ways of a woman in regards to superficial, which you guys are here for, is many women will use their beauty as their monetary value, meaning that if I am looking this beautiful and I keep up with my body and my hair and my face and the way I move and my outfits and all this, then a man should provide for me. So here's where you have to actually look at what you are attracting and what you really want. Many men will be in relationships with this woman that have a lot of money and want to have a woman on their shoulder as a prize, but yet aren't really fulfilled within in the relationship. If you can have both, then great, more power to you. But what I'm saying is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How many times have we heard that, right? Because it is true, right? So beauty does not mean just because you find someone beautiful, the next person is going to find that person beautiful. Everybody has different styles, flavor, and taste, okay? So what's really important, I think, if you're looking to expand your relationships and not being used, quote unquote, for superficialness of a woman, then it's really saying about how are you going about attraction? What type of women are you attracting? Are you knowing your values? Are you knowing what your needs are? Are you knowing what your worth is? Are you knowing what you want and standing firm in it? Or are you falling for the clickbait, we can say, of the beauty, right? So why are we following for this woman's beauty? Are we fulfilled inside because of the fact that if she likes me and if she's this beautiful woman, then I'm going to be man enough and I'm going to be great. And then when the woman starts taking our money and using us and doing all this stuff, we're going to blame her and say that all women are superficial, but yet we're not taking the bull by its horns and saying, why do I continue to select women like this? Because guess what, men? Women are out there that are very superficial, but so are men too. And I think it's very clear and very obvious that there's so many people pointing fingers at men and women should be this way. But in general, how men and women should be is taking ownership in who they are so you can align yourself with that right person so you're not bringing these superficial relationships and these superficial women into your life. And this is where I take men men from point A to Z in my programs. I have a 12-week transformational program where you can work with me for 3 months. I've had men in plenty of healthy relationships, marriages, proposals after they finish this type of course with me. If you want to, it's only select few that get to be in here every 3 months with me. I would encourage you to click the link right now and book a call. It's completely free. And as we go on into the superficial needs of a relationship and dating and as well. So go ahead and click that link below to book a call. Now, the next thing I want to talk about in regards to women, signs of, is she superficial? So now that we got clarity and everything out of the way of the mindset of a man, that how she show up instead of placing blame, it's like, what type of women are we letting in, right? What type of woman are we letting in behind our curtains? And what is her pass? She gets a pass just because of her beauty, but how does she show up, right? That's what that means. Now moving into the signs. Typically a woman that is very superficial will continue to not thank you for things at times, want you to continue to always pay, and blatantly says it. Here's the thing, is many women that I find that are quote unquote superficial, I don't really like this word, but are very we'll continue superficial, but they are also really open with it too. Like they'll tell you sometimes, like, listen, I don't want to pay for anything. You're supposed to be paying for me. But here's the thing. Let me be very clear. Just because a woman asks a man to pay and doesn't want to pay for things, this also could be a cultural thing in the way that she comes up. But it doesn't mean that she's superficial all the time. You also want to look at the way her behaviors are with you. This is big. So if her behaviors are avoidant, she doesn't initiate, she doesn't do little things for you, and she's very like guarded, and she just doesn't want to be connected with you, then yes, that can define some superficial traits within that woman. But if she's doing everything opposite of this and really trying to get to know you and being intentful or dating, it doesn't mean she's superficial. It just means that she probably has old-rooted values that she wants and she embraces and that she thinks is beautiful. And she's looking for a man to think the same thing. And she's looking for a man to provide as well. And she'll show up in other ways, or maybe ask you out on a date one day and surprise you and date you and take you on a date, right? So it's about really understanding the actions of what the two of you are partaking in order to understand and connect on a deeper level and to see it. Because many times when I go back into the first thing I'm talking about is we are blinded to all this other stuff that's showing up just because we're saying this woman is super beautiful and I can't believe I got a woman like this. And then it becomes a superficial relationship. Also, if you have to pay for her time, if you have to pay for her attention, if you have to pay her mortgage, if you have to pay her rent, if you have to pay her car in order for her to be with you, this is a superficial relationship. Obviously, it's what I call a transactional relationship. It's an ego-based relationship. The both of you are being served for a purpose. You are being served for your ego. She's being served for her stability, right? For her bills and things that need to be made. And so, and many times we think, oh, women are superficial because we didn't get our way, or we're not taking ownership of how we are choosing women to enter our lives, right? Instead, we're just going based off of one decision on how she makes us feel. And this is amazing. The intimacy is amazing. She's amazing. She looks amazing. And we're going based off of this lusting feeling instead of really catering to what is this woman all about first? And last but not least, another trait that you would have to look for if a woman is very superficial is if you see a lot of her friendships are only status-based friendships. Like she is only in friendships because they can supply her with something. And it's not a really connective friendships. And this happens where you'll be able to see a woman that's like this if she's also always doing transactional type of relationships in every walk of life. So this is really important because typically a woman will hold back and probably put up a wall because something deeper is maybe she's not wanting someone to see. And I think one of these two will really help you define if a woman is very superficial in that relationship. But this is also too, I have plenty of topics about, why women want men with money and all these things, right? It's not about that. I think it's more about understanding like your relationship with that aspect, your relationship with money, your relationship with stability. Are you stable? Are you stable yourself? Is the woman that you're dating that you want to be stable? Do you want the woman to be able to pay her own bills and her rent and her credit cards and not come into a relationship with so much debt? then if you don't, then you shouldn't be doing it yourself, and you can align yourself with those type of women because they are out there. Guys, if you want to go deeper, if you want to make some changes in your dating and your relationship and in your life, I want you to click below and book a call with me or one of my enrollment specialists for them to go over this 12-week transformational program with you. It's a live coaching program that I do with a selective amount of men, and it's for 3 months, and I change you from inside out to become more abundant in a relationship, become that quote unquote alpha man that you guys love, and also to understanding how to bring in that ideal woman, that quality relationship, and bettering you as a person overall. If this speaks to you, I would encourage you to click that link below and book a call. As always, I'll see you in the next video, and remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.